Sorry about that. During the movement to my living room, there was a bunch of things I had to get in order, and it took quite a while. But I got everything sorted out, hopefully. And hopefully there is image or like picture for you guys. So last time I was streaming, we ended just before the fight with Ravana. So seeing as how this is a trial, just gonna go in solo. And do this fight how the story intended us to do it. Not okay, I am leaving just so you guys can see that opening cutscene. Which means I need to do that. There we go. And unlike when I was in my bedroom, I'm actually hardwired into the internet, so internet should not be an issue.
To the song of ringing steel! Furious as a blaze! Thus does the sacred rite of combat proclaim the victor. I lay my blades at thy feet, child of man.
I think they're scared.
You do not disappoint, warrior of light. Would that I had your skill in battle. I do begin to see why so many place their faith in you. For all his savagery, I do not think Ravana one to break his word. Provided the dragons do not trespass upon Nath lands, they should have little to fear of the Primal's biting blades. We have done well, have we not? Come, let us return to Vidofnir and share these glad tidings.
Once more you achieve the impossible, bringer of light. But with every mortal heart that succumbs to fear and fury, another voice is joined to the chorus, beseeching divine succor. At their bidding, warring gods will shake the firmament, and your world will be consumed in the swelling storm of chaos.
Never since we first fought have I seen you draw upon the full extent of your power, and never from afar till this day. You are a marvel to behold, Vakama. Well, 'tis time we rejoined our companions. They will be eager to hear the tale, and to continue our journey. Snap. Pull out the mount. Ooh, I got a puppy. Vakama, Lady Isael, thank the 12. Lord Ravana, you say? How curious that the Vath never mentioned his name. You're quite certain he will keep his word. There was honor beneath his savagery. That we survived the encounter at all was a miracle. A miracle I must attribute to Vakama. Never did I doubt you, warrior of light, unlike some. You were gone so long that Master Alphino here nigh lost his wits with worry, fretting like a maid for her sweetheart he was. Estinian, was that truly necessary? Not truly necessary, but certainly true. What matters is that the primal is banished and our promise fulfilled. We should return to Vidofnir without delay. Lest you forget, this was but a means to secure an audience with the Worm Racevalger. Nidhogg's minions will not be halted by idle chatter. Come now, we must make every moment count. You are unkind, Estinian. For all his experience and intellect, Alphino is still but a boy. So we make our way to Annex Shrine, then? I would not have the dragons think that we have forgotten our bargain. Well then, let me pull out a mount and we can get on our way. Thou art returned, little one. Hast thou abandoned thine ill-conceived contest with the Nath? Nay, my friend, we return in triumph. By Vakama's hand was the beastman's guard, Lord Ravana, laid low. In his overconfidence, the Primal swore to withdraw his followers from your lands in the event of his defeat. A promise we believe he will keep. The Nath shall trouble you no longer. The deity is slain, then. How didst thou contend with his biting blades? But the particulars matter not. Thou hast fulfilled thy promise, and I shall fulfill mine. Attend me, mortals. Hie you unto the deepest reaches of morn, and there you shall find Halo, the altar from which you may begin your ascent to the summit of Som-Al. But be fairly warned. The minions of Nidhogg shall not lightly suffer your presence on that sacred mount. By your struggles within the cavern shall I judge your party possessed of sufficient fortitude to proceed. We shall not disappoint you, Vidofnir. If memory serves, the cavern to Morn is entered from the second floor of the central tower. Let us begin the climb. Ah, my floating head mount. debating whether or not I should go in with NPCs or if I should just go in solo. Going to do that. Well done, little one. As promised, I shall open the way to Som'al's summit with thee and thy companions. Heed me now, children of man. The domain you seek to enter hath not seen visitors of your kind in nigh on 1,000 years. Though I freely grant you passage, your presence will not be welcomed. To my kin, this mountain is revered as holy ground and resting place both. Were you the minions of Nidhogg during your ascent, what is certain they shall take great offense at your intrusion. We are grateful for your warnings, gentle Vidofnir. My final words are for thee, Dragoon. Have care to keep the stolen power thou wieldest in check, lest it breed further despair. Estinian? The way is open. Let us not tarry here. A moment. Shall we blindly forge on, knowing the dangers that await us? Tiamat herself is said to guard this peak. I do not fear Nidhogg's consorts. Any dragon foolish enough to bar our path shall feel the sting of my lance. Spoken like a true butcher. Need I remind you that we are come to parley a peace? Let us be clear, heretic. 'Twas to save Ishgard and her people that I first lent my support to this doubtful venture. And 'tis for their sake that I go now to speak with Hraesvelgr. But I said nothing of Tiamat. Should the opportunity present itself to rid my people of one of their deadliest enemies, I shall take it. That is my duty as Azure Dragoon. You are beyond redemption. We will accomplish nothing by bickering. If we are to meet with Hraesvelgr, our path leads up the mountain. We shall defend ourselves if attacked, but avoid conflict wherever possible. What other choice do we have? Yeah, I'll go in solo. Alright, boss number 1. No need to worry about treasure. Alright, that's done. Boss number 2. I move to betrayal. I'm not betraying anybody. How rude! Here we have boss number 3. Teoman, consort of Nidhogg, we beseech you, grant us safe passage to the mountain summit. We mean you no harm. As I thought, blind to reason like all the rest. If you would see our mission to its conclusion, you know what must be done. Such rigid rank. Is there truly no other way? That's another one. Vakama? Twould seem Teoman was the last. I sense no other dragons nearby. What is happening? Nidhogg. He roars. He knows we are here, then? His fury... it bleeds through the eye. Fear not. I am yet my own master. But that damned worm's wrath burns hotter than flame. Come, the heart of the dragon's homeland yet lies before us. Thus do we add another link to the chain of vengeance. O Saint Sheba, when will it end?
To the peak of Som Al, at the end of a perilous mountain path, whence could be seen a string of pearl-like islands floating impossibly atop a sea of clouds. To a domain where dragons and men had once lived in harmony, whose majesty no mortal eye had glimpsed for nigh on 1,000 years, they came.
Okay. We have reached it at last. The peak of Somar. It is said to be the highest mountain in all Eorzea, you know. I thought it cold in Cathis, but the air here carries the chill of a dozen winters. Now that we have scaled the mountain, there remains the problem of finding Hraesvelgr himself. What manner of creature is that? Vakama, do my eyes deceive me, or was that a Moogle? It was my understanding that they only dwelled within the Twelveswood. I certainly never expected to see one in the churning mists. If the Moogle does live here, however, he may know where Hraesvelgr makes his lair. Quickly now, before we lose the creature completely. Bah, he's gone. Vakama, we must widen our search. The nearby air appears warped. You sense that concealing magic stir at work. I have heard tales of these Moogles, but 'tis the first time I've ever laid eyes on one. They are rather adorable, aren't they? What? Why do you stare at me so? Can I not find a creature adorable? My heart is not truly made of ice. There is no sign of a Moogle in the area. I see no evidence of this Moogle of yours. Are you certain it wasn't a trick of the light? Mayhaps 'twas simply one of these strange plants shifting in the breeze. No, I know Moogle when I see one. I'm sure I glimpsed the Moogle fleeing in this direction. Could he be concealing himself with magic? Confound it! Could we but enlist the aid of one of the local Moogles, I'm certain Hraesvelgr would not elude us for long. Though the eye enables me to sense the presence of dragons, I can only identify nidhogg's with any certainty. We could wander the mists for days and not know if we were any closer to its brood burrow. In those days we cannot afford to squander. Shall we divide our forces then? Lady Ez, might I ask you to question any dragons whom you judge it safe to approach? I shall try, as I fear the influence of Nidhogg's rage will render most of the Dramanians in the area deaf to reason. And what of you, Master Alphino? I have not yet given up on the Mughals. Vakama, come with me to Gridania. I mean to petition the aid of the Mughals' kin in the Twelveswood. As to that business with Mogomog, I dare say they will be glad to help us. Assuming you have no need of me, I shall remain here. Nidhogg senses both the loss of his consort and the coming of the Eye, and his attention is firmly fixed in this direction. I mean to do what I can to hold his gaze, in the hope that it might delay any action against Ishgard. Thank you, Stinia. Come then, Vakama, let us make haste for Gridania, and rendezvous at Nothica's altar. Ah, but I neglected to tell you. There is an aetherite in the ancient construction here. There is an aetherite of ancient construction here, which should make the return journey rather less arduous. Pray do not forget to use it. Don't forget to use it, Alphino. I'm already entombed! Ha-ha! Anyway, to Gridania. I sent word to the Elder Seedseer upon arriving in Gridania, and I am pleased to report that she has agreed to grant us an audience. If anyone can help us to contact the Twelveswood Mughals, it is she. We are expected at the Lotus Stand. I trust you are familiar with the conjurer stationed at its entrance. Why, yes, I am. The Elder Seedseer awaits you. Pray follow me. I bid you welcome, friends. The Admiral spoke of having met with you, but 'tis no less of a relief to see you safe and hale with mine own eyes. We humbly thank you for agreeing to receive us upon such short notice, my lady, and for all you have done for us in our absence. Would that it were solely to express our gratitude that we came to you this day. Alas, the tides of battle yet dictate our comings and goings. Elder Seedseer, we would beg your wisdom in a matter that may finally bring an end to the Dragon Song War. Speak on, friend. I see. So you seek a means to contact these Mughals of the Churning Mists?
I say, Kupo!
Oh boy, this is gonna be fun. Greetings, Kublokov. To what do we owe the pleasure of your company?
I was struck by the sudden urge to bring you some fruit, Kane, and I'm jolly glad I did. Tell me more about these Moogles in the sky, Kupo.
I will gladly tell you all I know, though it amounts to precious little. We encountered a Moogle high in the clouds of Drevania, and had hoped that you and your kin in the Twelveswood might agree to facilitate a meeting. Oh, I did not mean to skip that. Hold on. Pray correct me if I am mistaken, Kuplo, but there are legends, are there not? But there are legends, are there not, which speak of Moogles who dwelled beyond the clouds?
Indeed, there are, Kupo. Long, long ago, back when the world was still young, they say my ancestors served the gods up in the heavens. Of course, that was before their masters took to bickering like spoiled children.
Ah, yes, the tale of good King Mogglmog XII. He is revered for holding fast to a rope of miraculous length, that his subjects might climb down from the sky and escape to the world below. Ignoring the more fanciful aspects of the tale, it may well be that Kuplo's ancestors hailed from the churning mists. Given how long his kin have resided in the Twelveswood, it is perfectly possible that the details of their history have faded into myth. Indeed, Master Alphino. Such stories oft contain a measure of truth. 'Tis the like that the Moogles of the Churning Mists tell similar tales of your world below, of the world below. I can well imagine why the one you encountered fled at your approach.
Oh, fleeing's second nature to us. We often hide when the larger races come trampling through the forest. Of course, where there's one Moogle, there's bound to be more. Which is why I decided to take a trip to the clouds, Kupo. They surely won't be afraid to talk to me.
I was hoping you might say that, Master Kuplo. You will accompany us, then?
Just you try and stop me, Kupo. I'll admit the thought of venturing outside the Twelveswood is a bit unsettling, but I can hardly refuse a chance to meet my distant cousins.
If you will have me, I too will accompany you on this venture and lend my voice to your cause as an ambassador of Gridania. The shock! My lady, are you quite certain? How oft hath our nation turned to the scions of the Seventh Dawn in its hour of need? How oft have we asked the Warrior of Light to risk his life to save our own? Full many times, I say to you, and never have they refused us. Thus do I choose this day to offer mine aid to our allies for the good of the realm. Is this not just? Most unexpected and most welcome offer, Elder Seedseer. We would be honored by your presence. Pray return to the summit and inform our companions of these developments. I will serve as the Elder Seedseer's guide on the journey back to Somar. It being a path I have already trodden, I do not anticipate any great difficulties. Besides, we shall have the other seeds here as personal guard to escort us. Yeah, okay. To Mogholm! Well met, Warrior of Light. Nidhogg is not stirred, but he watches us unblinking. The other Seed Seer herself answers your call. Then there is naught to do but wait. They are here, Vakama. Greetings, my friends. I am happy to report that our journey was mercifully uneventful, devoid as the road was of Dravanians. 'Twould seem the dragons have abandoned some Isle for the churning mists. Elder Seed Seer, may I present to you Sir Estinian, Ishgard's Azure Dragoon. 'Tis an honor to meet you, Sir Estinian. I have heard many tales of your order's extraordinary skill and courage. Friends, I feel it only right to inform you that we are not alone. The Mughals are all around us, even as we speak. And I should imagine they are more than a little concerned by the horde of strangers that have descended upon their home. Mayhap now would be an opportune moment to introduce ourselves. This should serve.
They're hiding, of course, but there are so many of them.
I am Kane Senna. My companions and I have braved the long road from the Twelveswood to share words with you. On this, the occasion of our first meeting, we bring an offering of light and wind. Ooh, such a gentle and pleasing glow, Kupo. Big one! I am Moglin, the chieftain of this Mughal clan. Chieftain Moglin, it is an honor to meet you.
Greetings! I am Kublokop, ambassador of the Trollswood Moogles.
A Moogle from the world below! Your hide is of a different hue, but that palm is unmistakable. I might need a moment here, Kupo. My companions were no less surprised to learn of your existence here amongst the clouds. I hope they did not startle you over much in their eagerness to make your acquaintance. Full well can I imagine your wariness. I am told that men have not walked here in nigh on 1,000 winters. Mayhap you will forgive them their forwardness when I unfold to you the grave matter which first brought them into your midst. My companions crave an audience with the great worm Hraespelga, that they might negotiate an end to the war twixt man and dragon. An end to war, you say? I trust you, Carnesena. The light of peace shines brightly within your soul. But I'm afraid the same cannot be said of your friends. To be plain, we did not hide ourselves because they were the first of your kind to be seen here in 1,000 years. Well, not only because of that. We hid because we smelled dragon blood. These skies are home to many, many dragons. While some crave peace, such as Hraespelga, many others crave the opposite, such as Nidhogg. Suffice it to say, we are worried that the presence of your blood-spattered warrior friends will attract the attention of the nastier kind, and invite destruction into our happy home.
Now, just a moment, Chieftain. Vakama here may have doled out the odd thrashing or two, but it's always been for a really good reason. He is a champion of the Trollswood Moogles, and I will not hear his good name slandered.
Now, now, Ambassador, let's not ruffle each other's fur. I shall, of course, take your testimony into consideration. If I may, Chieftain, there's little room for trust twixt strangers. Might we not take this opportunity to learn more of each other? An excellent suggestion, Kupo. In the interests of fostering friendship and keeping an eye on you, I extend to you the hospitality of Mogholm. Prove yourselves worthy of our assistance, and it will be yours. I shall be watching, Kupo!
Da 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 da.
Aha. Tell me, in the world below, do all of your kind look so different from one another? It must be terribly disconcerting. What was it Kublokop called you again? Vakama? Your names are as odd as your appearance. Have you ever considered a nice Moogle name? Moglin is taken, by the way, Kupo. As are Moghan, Mogmog, and Mogwin, these being the names of the 3 wise Moogles who will administer the momentous challenges that I've devised to measure your worth. I call them the Trials of Trustworthiness. Undertake these trials, and we shall soon see whether or not you are worthy of our aid. I'm Moghan.
Hello! Yes, I am Moghan, the foremost alchemist in Mogholm, if you must know. If your tummy's gloopy or your wings droopy, I've a potion to fix that. Or I would if I didn't keep running out of ingredients. Luckily, you're here to do my trial. Yes, go forth, mighty adventurer, and mightily pluck 3 sprigs of cloud's breath for me. You'll find it blooming near the entrance in Ale Tom. It's not the safest of places, so don't let yourself be too distracted by the pretty flowers, Cooper.
Oh, I can only do them one at a time. That sucks. If you're doing this normally, you can accept them all at once and get them all done, but in New Game Plus, which is how I'm doing this, you can only do them one at a time, which in my opinion sucks, and just adds on to the time that it'll take you to get this done. I mean, when you initially get here, you can't fly, so the flight will definitely cause things to be a bit easier. But to even get flight when you get here, you need to find all of the ether currents and do all of the side quests that actually give ether currents. And for the sake of fairness, I am doing my best to do this as if I can't fly, unlike I have with the remainder of A Realm Reborn in the first bits of Heavensward. I apologize for that, by the way. Oh, wait, no, that's not landable. I swear, if it's in a very, very simple spot, son of a mother truckin' moop. That's the thing about those missions where they just give you a large area to search in. You never know where the items are actually going to be. And for all we know, the more we do it, the more likely it is that they're going to be in different places than the last time you did it. So we have no idea. But I'm on a pupper.
did you have any trouble finding Cloud's Breath? I do need it quite urgently, you know. Oh, yes, these are perfect, Kupo. Now I have the main ingredient for my palm tonic. Speaking of which, how are you feeling, sir? Should you ever feel your palm losing its bounce, then I'm your movo, Kupo. Morg wins the name, and art is my game. When it comes to painting, there are none in Morgholm who can match my talent with a brush, Kupo. I know why you have come. Chieftain Moglin have demanded that I test your trustworthiness. But as I trust no one to create art that will satisfy me, I instead charge you with retrieving a masterpiece I seem to have misplaced. It was an ambitious and innovative work, guaranteed to fetch at least 4 Kupo nuts in the open market. You must find it. Question the masses. Surely a pebble painted with such vibrant colors and unmistakable panache cannot have escaped the notice of every Moogle in Morgholm. I don't know about that. Hello, Dark Knight, that is standing there doing nothing. Mogwin is missing its masterpiece, Kupo. Oh, you mean that paint-smeared mess of a pebble? I've not seen it recently. A fact for which my eyes are profoundly grateful. See what I mean? I don't think they like it very much. Maestro Mogwin has misplaced his masterpiece, Kupo? Oh, happy day! If I am the swifter in finding it, I will soon have a genuine Mogwin for the price of a little perspiration. Honestly, who has 4 Kupo nuts just lying about to spend on such luxuries? Mogto. I don't know about this stone, but I do know Mogwin's been creeping out the back way out to some old summit from time to time. Oh, maybe he left it up there. Good way to find out. Mount time! And I got the Grani. How do you get this? You buy the collector's edition of Shadowbringers. Quite literally, that is the only way to get this. Oh, go through here. Oh. I thought I just had to go up and get it. Well, what did you find out, Kupo? Ah, yes. Now that you mention it, I do seem to recall leaving my pebble out in the sun to dry. Ahem. The second part of your trial commences. Go, adventurer, and retrieve my masterpiece before some art-starved admirer swipes the stone for himself. You mean like that one Moogle? I'm on a little shrubbery head. Or Leafman head, I believe it's called. you have it, Kupo. Is my masterpiece safe? Yes, this is my work. Is it not exquisite? I call it Contemplations of Zenith.
Thank you, sir. At last I can exchange my art for those delectable Kupo nuts. Chieftain Moglin will hear of this valorous deed. Yes, you had the pleasure of speaking with Mogmug. I know. I am the fluffiest, most enchanting creature you've ever laid eyes upon, Kupo. It isn't easy being this adorable. I can barely take a stroll outside without those relentless Scrivanians throwing themselves at me. Why, they look as if they might just gobble me right up. In any case, fleeing their overbearing adulation is growing a bit tiresome. Your trial, sir, is this. Find these ardent archaeosaurs and slap some manners into them, Kupo. Perhaps a firm smack on the snout will teach them to appreciate my charm from afar.
This Lucy Anwar.
Velga.
S in MR. Wayborn MER. Score.
By the 12. Mine ears hear the tongue of dragons, yet the meaning rings clear within my mind. How can that be?
Racevelga, do you not remember me? 'Twas I whom you found in Dravania. I who glimpsed the truth. The truth about your past. About Shiva. But speak it I must. I have summoned Shiva's soul from the beyond and offered myself as her vessel. She has made her heart known to me.
Enya. Lis ways. Anashiesk in. En eski anshis li esishin.
I have surrendered mine to her. Do you not see, my love? I am Shiva reborn.
Eskelai fuul, ineshilai, kanokish esole. Non shin esh olin, ineshin el duolin. I'm for is el mi an il ankin, lis nesk nedigran. Eskian kin nesh, ikin monesh Nesk esh ed all. Esk
Then the spirit that answered me.
Be that as it may, Lord Hraesvelga, Izel's desire to heal the rift between man and dragon is real, and it has borne us this far. We would spare both our kind and yours the ravages of this senseless war. Pray join your voice to ours in a call for peace and forgiveness.
Your tale bears scant resemblance to the one I was taught. How convenient that it should absolve your kind of all responsibility. But tell me, dragon, why should I believe your version of events?
Skor esk nik I es. Nes soi an on in, do in an, olodra.
Ishgard's so-called heretics.
Sale, orn I nesh iratatoska kin for elna. Sith is nesh dokin an.
Then, the seed lies within us.
Is ros esh idran, oloson inizek, non nish I esk diedran en, wa ulwa skola es alakin el andranken, mondo.
Ye gods! I have borne witness to such a transformation. Looked on as a heretic assumed the shape of a dragon. I imagined it some manner of Dravanian enchantment. But if any Ishgardian, regardless of allegiance, has such potential within them, 12 forgive us. To think of all the dragons we've slain!
War ulmon alaan as drago. Kawol smain kol thrahal seskmoni se an in kiliseg.
Oft have I wondered why Nidhogg did not simply raze Ishgard to the ground. Now I have my answer. He has no intention of winning the Dragonsong War, for it is no war at all, but vengeance, an eternal requiem sung for his murdered sister.
In ice in drago, ale inia in.
I have not come this far only to admit defeat. We can still return the eye to Nidhogg and beg forgiveness for our ancestors' crimes. Mayhap our words will sway him.
Ja an, lis as an in la tu ole ul in an hers isu. Mik du set in soli, nosta no lis eis dui fortha in. Ka, en isi a uldran as niseg for, en lai as nesh I an iratatoska. En sith som ishi eskfa ulgar los an. Snosk for an.